The educational landscape in Maharashtra is going through an absolutely massive shift right now. Today, we're taking a structured, deep dive into the state's upcoming school curriculum changes under the National Education Policy, or NEP. We're going to map out exactly what is happening, which grades are affected, and the timeline for when these new textbooks will actually hit the desks.
Okay, let's dive into this. A recent, highly informative Marathi news report just laid out the concrete blueprint for the academic year 2027-28. It details exactly which classes are getting a major update, the frameworks guiding them, and all those behind-the-scenes bureaucratic gears that are already turning to make it happen. We're going to unpack all the vital details from this report in today's explainer. Here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll cover the NEP curriculum shift, the rollout so far, the upcoming 2027-28 class changes, the drafting timeline, and finally, the next steps for textbooks. Part 1. The NEP curriculum shift. The foundations of the new state syllabus. So what's really interesting here is the dual foundation of this massive educational shift. The state isn't just pulling a new syllabus out of thin air. It's firmly grounded in two major frameworks. On one side, we have the broad National Curriculum Framework for School Education, the NCF, established back in 2023. And on the other, we have the newly adapted State Curriculum Framework, the SCF, from 2024. Basically, the state is taking that big national vision from 2023 and localizing it through the 2024 framework to create a highly tailored, modern syllabus for Maharashtra students.
Part 2. The rollout so far, a phased approach to new textbooks.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because this is definitely a systematic, multi-year process. For the 2025-26 academic year, the focus was laid heavily on the foundation. Class 1 students received their new textbooks. Then, building upon that, the 2026-27 year targets a much wider cohort, bringing new textbooks to classes 2, 3, 4, and 6. This phase strategy is absolutely crucial to ensure the system isn't overwhelmed all at once, allowing the curriculum changes to ripple up progressively. Which brings us to Part 3, upcoming 2027-28 class changes. Who gets new books next? According to the news report, the academic year 2027-28 is slated for a massive update for 4 specific grade levels. We're looking at Class 5, Class 7, Class 9, and Class 11. Now, if you look closely at these grades, you'll realize these are critical transition years for students, right? They're moving into middle school, stepping up in secondary school, or entering junior college. Students in these specific 4 classes are going to receive completely new syllabuses and a fresh set of newly designed textbooks aligned with those educational frameworks we just talked about. Part 4. The drafting timeline. Behind the scenes at Bharati. Now, to reassure parents and educators, the official state bureau, the Maharashtra State Bureau of Textbook Production and Curriculum Research, universally known as Bharati, has officially begun its intensive planning process. They are the primary engine behind this massive undertaking, and as the report confirms, the wheels are already firmly in motion to get these books ready for 2027-28. So the crucial point is this granular month-by-month drafting schedule they're working against. Work on the syllabus drafts has actually already begun. Specifically, the drafting goal for classes 5 and 7 is targeted for January, and right on its heels, class 9 is scheduled for February. It's a highly sequenced and tightly managed operation. And, of course, we can't forget the seniors. The report notes that for the highest grade level in this specific batch, Class 11, the syllabus drafting phase will commence immediately after the February milestones are hit for the younger grades. It's essentially a domino effect of curriculum development. Part 5. Next steps for textbooks, from committee orientation to final printing. And this brilliantly illustrates just how structured this administrative process really is. It all begins with Step 1, a 2-day orientation session to align the subject committee experts. That leads right into Step 2, drafting the syllabus against those strict January and February deadlines. And once that is entirely locked in, we move to Step 3, the sheer logistical mountain of printing finalized textbooks for millions of students across the entire state. Which leaves us with one final thought. We've mapped out the frameworks, the specific timelines, the affected classes, 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th, and the whole step-by-step drafting process at Bharati. It is a massive, highly coordinated effort. But the real question to ponder as we watch this rollout unfold over the next few years is, how will these new NEP-aligned textbooks ultimately reshape the daily learning experience and the future capabilities of Maharashtra's next generation? The roadmap is drawn, the drafting has begun, and the educational future of these students is being written right now. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep your curiosity focused, and I'll catch you in the next one.